Hi guys, welcome back to Lost in My Library. My name is Kate. Today I am doing a September wrapped up. This month I read 5 books, which isn't bad. I kind of slacked on my arcs this month, so I am picking up the pace because I have quite a few arcs this month that need to be finished. I have finished one more arc since the month ended. There it is. This is what I was looking for, because I have my reading stats. Okay, so for POC rep, I had two books. 2 of my 5 books had POC rep. One being having both the author and the main character being POC, and then one just having main character as a POC character. And then LGBT rep, I didn't have any LGBT rep this month, which might be, I don't know, there was a lot of arcs, mainly arcs this month, so, okay. Pages read, so I ended up reading 1,655 pages this month, divided by 5. That brings it to about 331 pages per day. Genres broken down, I read 2 horror, 1 nonfiction, 1 mystery, and 1 fantasy. In my ratings, I gave 2 5 stars, 1 4 star, and 2 3 stars, which broken down equals to an average rating of about a 4 star. So pretty decent reading month. So if I do say so myself. Alright, so breaking down my books, most of them I have already, actually all of them already, 3 of them are arcs, and they already have a review out for all 3 of them. So let's just get through my arcs that I read this month. Then you can go and watch the arcs, the reviews that I have for all 3 of them. So the first up is Fanfiction by Brent Spiner. This is a meme noir, as it is discussed as. This was really enjoyable. I ended up giving it 5 stars. So this is basically about Brent Spiner, who played Data on Star Trek The Next Generation, and his wild story that he has of talking about time he had a stalker. It is a wild story, and I think everyone should read it because it's super interesting. Especially if you like Star Trek, you really should read this. Go check out my review for more about this. Then I read Last Resort by Josh Reynolds. This ended up being a board game adaptation, book adaptation of a board game of Zombicide. I didn't necessarily like this book all that much. I ended up giving this a high 3 star. I think I would have liked it more if I've ever played the game before. And I mentioned this more in my discussion arc review. Go watch it. Then I read, the last book I read the month was Pearl by Josh Malerman. And I really didn't enjoy this all that much. I think there was some interesting concepts. This was very gory. I ended up giving this 3 stars, but I think it's a low 3 star. Just because there was some interesting things going on, and it was spooky, but it was really gory. If you can't handle animal death in any capacity, do not pick this book up. Bird Box has nothing on this book in terms of gore. There's violent deaths, not just of animals, but humans. There's violent human deaths as well. Torturous scenes, really, of some of the main characters. So, yeah, don't necessarily recommend this one. And then we'll talk about my 2 books that weren't arcs. The first one being Furthermore by Tahereh Mafi. I ended up giving this 4 stars. I enjoyed this. It is kind of in the same vein as like Alice in Wonderland, where they're going to different spots and just these wild things are happening to them in this different land that they are exploring. So if you like The Wizard of Oz in that kind of vein, I do recommend. Furthermore, it is a middle grade, so you will have to get past the main characters being very childish. This reads very young, so you will have to get past that if you aren't into that kind of middle grade story. But I enjoyed it, so I ended up giving it 4 stars. And then the last book I read was The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. Ended up giving this 5 stars. I love this book. This book is so good. I'm reading another book by her right now called Broken Girls. And that one's also really good. Her next novel also sounds super interesting. So this might be an auto-buy author for me in the future. Just because so good. It's so good. So this is about our main character. I am blanking. Carly. So we're following Carly in present day. And a long time ago, her sister, her aunt disappeared at the Sundown Motel. Never showed back up again, and everyone's wondering what happened. There was a bunch of murders that happened before her disappearance in 1982. Viv, and we're also following Vivian as what happens as she is trying to figure out who is the murderer and if she can stop this murderer from murdering ever again. And there's some ghost and spooky stuff happening at the Sundown Motel as well. I highly recommend reading this. This is so good. Read it. Read it. Read it. Read it. Okay. That has been my wrap up. Because most of them were arcs. And all of my arcs for this wrap up have reviews. So go watch my reviews of all 3 of them. They're short and sweet. So they're not going to take up a lot of your time. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Go be a good cabbage today. Go do something good for somebody, even if it is for yourself. And I will see you in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.